little hesitant to throw the lob to James Wiseman. Why did that change?
Well, I just think we found a little rhythm offensively, put a lot of pressure on San Antonio's defense, and James is feeling where to be and the timing of the lobs. I thought Draymond got him a couple times. Steph hit him on one. It was we just had a good flow to our offense, and James is learning. He knows where to be.
Was this his best game?
Probably. I mean, he's had some good games for us. I think it was our best game. More importantly, it was the best two-way basketball game we've played all year. Our defense was excellent. We put a lot of pressure on them. Stayed really solid. Made good rotations. Rebounded well. And then at the other end, when you're forcing misses, offense becomes a lot easier. And so we were able to get into a flow. That late first half run came off a bunch of stops, and then get Steph and Draymond in that pick and roll, and it's a really good stretch for us.
You guys had, I think, maybe like the worst 3-point defense for about a week or so. It's kind of steadily gone up, I should say, or down, however you want to phrase it. Tonight, San Antonio, I think, went 4 of 33 from three. What are you guys doing better in that category?
Well, our rotations are better, and we felt coming into the season that we would be a good defensive team with our length and athleticism, and the rotations are better. We're not giving up as much penetration, and that just makes the offense have to rush the shot a little bit. So, the first couple games, almost I don't even count them. I mean, that was we weren't ready, and we were kind of a mess. But since that time, our defense has gotten better. We still have a lot of work to do. But tonight, as I said, I thought it was our best overall effort of the year.
Hi, Steve. Janie McCauley from AP. After your technical, you guys went on an 18-4 run, and it seemed to be a momentum stretch that kind of took you into the second half there. First of all, what did you do, and also how key was that stretch right after that?
Yeah, I don't know that this was a game where my technical got the guys going. It didn't feel like that. It was really a dumb technical, to be honest with you, because the refs were doing a great job. I thought they missed a traveling call, and you guys know me. I have a problem with traveling and the lack of, or the interesting way that the league calls travels. So sometimes I just snap, and I snapped. It was unwarranted. It was the technical was well deserved. My reaction to the missed travel was totally unwarranted. But I don't think the guys went on the run because of that. They were locked in. They were playing well already.
Okay, but that
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Janie. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Steve, earlier this week you mentioned that you would like to see your starters get off to a quicker start. In first unit, seemed like they did that tonight. You guys built a 15-point lead in the first quarter. How pleasing was it just to see that come to fruition tonight?
Yeah, that was important for us. We've been looking for that, and got off to a good start, especially defensively. And I think that's the whole point with this group. What we talked about before the season when we put the roster together was, this has a chance to be a really good defensive team, and we can run, off of misses and steals and block shots, that sort of thing. So we got out in transition a little bit tonight, and as I said, we sort of put it together at both ends, and that was good to see, especially in the first quarter.
Hi, Steve. Carlos Ramirez, NBC Bay Area. We talked a lot about the matchup tonight with them going small this year. We saw a lot of James Wiseman on the short corner. Was that by design for today's matchup, or is it something that you want to see going forward too? No.
It was just the way plays unfolded. He ended up in that spot a little bit. But, no, James did a really good job. I thought we handled, the pick and roll with Aldridge and DeRozan pretty well to start the game. DeRozan is a tough cover, and Aldridge has been shooting the ball really well. A couple nights ago in Portland, he must have made 7 or 8 20-footers on that high pick and roll. So I thought we handled that pretty well to start the game, and that was very important.
And we talked a lot about rebounds, and you guys all rebounded them by 11. But looking at the stat sheet, the majority of those came from your guards. How much of a big point was that to box out, not in the box only, but also in the perimeter?
Well, yeah, Steph's always been a good rebounder, and I know he had a bunch of them tonight. And we've got, Kelly and Andrew, long, athletic guys. We should be a good rebounding team, and we're not. So tonight was at least a good sign. But it's rebounding is connected to your defense. If you can keep penetration out of the paint, then you've got a chance to keep bodies in front of everybody and box out and get the board. So hopefully our rebound will continue to get better as our defense gets more consistent.
Steve, Steph's on-ball screen setting seemed to really kind of unlock a bunch of threes and different kind of actions tonight. Was that a point of focus going into the game? Did you see an opportunity, or was that just sort of shots going in?
Well, I just thought Steph was really patient tonight in the first half. He played a brilliant first half. Murray is a fantastic defender, and Draymond handled the ball quite a bit, early in the game. Steph didn't force anything. I don't even know if we ran a pick and roll until late in the first quarter. And Steph was off the ball some, and I just thought his patience, and then attacking after we had gotten off to a good start and gotten some off-ball hoops. In the second quarter, Steph turned to that pick and roll with Draymond, and it was kind of a nice 1-2 combination.
I think James might have doubled his career assist total tonight. Did you want to get the ball kind of in his hands a bit more to make decisions, or was it just
no? It's just a product of James, working every day on his dribble handoffs, on our split cuts, starting to understand our offense, and so he made a couple good plays out of the post, and he's starting to feel more comfortable with what we're trying to do.
Steve, to follow up on James, how do you teach a young player, especially one that hasn't had the game experience that he has had, not to foul? Because it seemed like he was doing a much better job with that throughout tonight.
He did it for most of the game, and then he picked up a couple late when he was late on rotations. So you just show him the tape, and you drill what you teach defensively. And you throw him out there, and then you remind him that no matter how many times he looks at it or we tell him, it's just going to be reps. And that's what I told him after last game, that there's just going to be good games, bad games. The main thing is just to continue to work and continue to learn. And I thought, as I've told you guys all year, he's just handled everything with a lot of poise, and very happy to see him bust out and have a good game tonight.
Now that you've kind of used this rotation for 2 games in a row, what are your thoughts on how it's sort of shaking out?
Well, we won 2 in a row, so we'll keep doing it. It's small sample size, but every game is a little different. I do like what I've seen though from the first couple games, trying what we're doing.
Steve, Andrew seems to be getting more and more consistent at both ends of the floor. What are you seeing from him through 14 games?
Well, the consistency, exactly what you said. He had a tough first couple of games, just like our whole team did. And since that point, he's just been locked in, and his defense has been excellent, and he's knocking down his 3, and not much seems to bother Andrew. So just the consistency of his effort is, and the fact that he's available every single night to play, that's a big deal. We've both he and Kelly have given us a huge lift on the wings.
What's been more significant for you, offense or his defense?
Well, the defense is the most important thing. The drill in this league. You got to be able to guard all those wings, and whether it's DeRozan or LeBron or Paul George, Kawhi, whoever, there's just so many super talented 6'8" guys out there, and Andrew's built to handle them, and that was a focus for us before the season started, and he's responded really well.
Hey, Coach,
We've talked a lot about it.
I apologize if you addressed this in the pregame, but just wondering if you happened to see the video that you guys put out for the vice president, what your thoughts were on that awesome video.
It was brilliant. It was so well done. I'm so proud of our organization putting that together. It was really beautifully done, and I sent it to my family, and I know a lot of people in the Warriors organization are doing the same, emailing it and texting it to their friends and family. It was really a beautiful thing.
And going off that, Steve, you've always talked about the team being engaged at the beginning of games. Do you think that today, what today meant and wearing that uniform and with Vice President Kamala Harris, did that play a role in the team's energy level today, you think?
I don't know. I think, it felt like a good day today. We had a good shoot around and guys were ready to play. So maybe that was a factor. But who knows?
Is it too early to even be thinking about standings, or because you have a young team that hasn't played together, is it good for them to see like they're right in the thick of things and where they kind of rank in the West?
Yeah, I mean, I look at the standings every day. Obviously, there's a long way to go. I think 58 games left. So it's not anything that I'm stressing over, but it's great to be right in the mix. That's all we want right now. Just be in the hunt and keep getting better. And we feel very confident that if we continue to work and put in the effort, that we have a pretty high ceiling. I think this team can be really good. Tonight was a good display of the kind of two-way basketball we're capable of.